Is it just me, or are more and more guys becoming obsessed with trying to find a girl that looks really good without makeup? Like the idea of finding a girl, seeing her without makeup, oh no, and then finding out she's ugly is becoming more and more popular.
The time I saw my girlfriend without makeup for the first time. First of all, it should be illegal, and no, you can't change my mind. I invited her over to my house for dinner for like the 3rd time. Keep in mind, she's been to my house twice before, so my mom should be able to recognize her, right? This was the day I found out my mom was gangster, by the way. So it gets time for dinner, and my mom already has the table set up and all that. Doorbell rings, and I get it because my mom was busy. I look through the little peephole, and I don't recognize who it is. I open it anyways, and this girl gives me a hug. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Then she starts speaking, and I'm like, oh my. She didn't look ugly or anything. She just looked like a completely different person. Could see the look in my mom's eyes. It's the same look she gives me when she's about to beat my ass. I can tell she doesn't recognize it despite her coming over twice. I'm trying to pull my mom over to the side so I could tell her before she says anything. She's like, Artie, where's your girlfriend? Who's this whore you brought over to my house?
I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but when I see her without her lashes, eyebrows, no makeup on, I realize she's just not it.
Oh my gosh, kill me. Scroll through any dating profile and you'll see it right there in the bio. Love a natural looking girl. Love a girl that's down for whatever, whenever. Pick me. The double standards feel louder than ever, and the younger girls are hearing it on a loop. Be flawless the second you wake up, but make it look effortless. And don't you dare admit that you used anything beyond water and a bar of Dove soap, because I don't like girls that wear makeup. You don't know what you like. Now let's be honest, that pressure did not just randomly fall out of the sky. It is a snowball that formed after 20 years of edited magazines, reality show glow-ups, Instagram Facetune filters, and now AI filters that literally glide over every pore you have in real time. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up and prepare for impact, because today we're going to discover how this entire idea got so deeply seated into our brains and figure out why men are parroting this information back to us women like gospel. Now let's talk a little bit about the birth of the effortless myth. Now we can trace the modern version of this myth back to the mid-2000s, right when HD cameras and tabloid blogs exploded. Paparazzi snagged shots of Jessica Alba and Jennifer Aniston on the beach and used big fat red arrows to point out all of the little imperfections and spots of cellulite. This is one of the most perfect examples of this trend. If Gen Z wants to understand millennials, they first need to understand that for the entirety of 2008, we were told that this was the most disgusting a person could ever look. Are you kidding me? And then what happened? Editors realized that people bought more magazines when they wanted to ridicule someone, even more than praise them. So they built entire sites off of before and after galleries. Celebs on red carpets under beautiful studio lighting, and then them kind of caught off guard at the grocery store under the sunlight. We can't be perfect all the time. Come on, guys. By 2012, Instagram arrived, and we were provided with the same blur and contrast sliders that we used to see in the magazines. You could bet that your entire feed was filled with flawless, beautiful women in Bali, flawless, I just woke up like this selfies, and a booty so sculpted that you couldn't believe your eyes. And no, it actually wasn't a BBL. And we thought these posts were actually authentic because the shots came from phones, not high quality paparazzi cameras. But in reality, we were seeing the same tricks we've been subjected to years and years ago, just performed by amateurs with apps instead of pros with Photoshop. Then came Snapchat madness and the TikTok bold glamour filter. The filter looks invisible, but people swear that they're raw even after you've seen it pinch your nose, swipe on, highlight, lift the brow, open the eyes, plump the lips. So your brain registers that image as reality. That's how the standard creeps higher and higher without anybody noticing the climb. Of course, companies saw this shift and decided to pivot their entire marketing approach. Am I like the only person that's noticed this? Before, makeup companies would always draw attention to the fact that their foundation or their products would help blur pores and remove fine lines. But now they market their products as something that could bring out your natural glow and features.
I'm not saying this to be no pick me, so don't get in my comments talking about pick me, you're a pick me. But no, for real, a lot of girls that are naturally pretty do not look right with heavy makeup. Like, seriously. Like, makeup is really a beauty enhancer. I'm not saying that to say that girls that wear makeup are ugly, because I know some natural pretty girls that wear makeup and they still look good as hell. But there are some girls who are natural pretty and they wear makeup and it just doesn't look right, unless they learn how to do it themselves and learn how to, make it right.
Same pigments, new marketing. And they weren't the only ones that did this. Skincare companies boomed next. Serums promised all of us perfect glass skin, so we don't even need to think about using foundation and concealers. Perfect, more for me.
I am the prime example why glass skin is a scam. Let me show you something. Nice and glowy here, right? Now look at me from a head-on angle at this lighting. Not all of us are 15 years old with perfect skin and no wrinkles. I have smile lines, and therefore, if I have truly glassy skin, like the beauty industry is pushing onto us, it's just gonna make me look more aged. I don't use beauty filters, I have textured skin and pores. This is just highlighting that. Not only that, a lot of beauty influencers get cosmetic procedures to look more perfect. And I hate to break it to you, but that perfect was not achieved by some serum. It's like trying to build a bridge with paper, which is why it's so important to know what looks good on your skin. I like to bring the attention to the top half of my face, not the bottom half. So all I'm saying is, even when brands and industries are trying to push glass skin onto you, take everything with a grain of salt. You look infinitely hotter figuring out what works for your face shape instead of just blindly following an influencer saying, oh, this product is amazing. In 2025, we're going to be educated consumers.
It's actually such a good point that I never even thought about. Not everybody is the exact same. We can't all have the exact same routines. It's not going to look the best on each of us. Now, the phrase no makeup has probably been popping up all over your TikTok feed for the past year. It sounds really healthy and low maintenance, but achieving this look actually costs so much more than just buying a bold lipstick, because in order to achieve that no makeup look, it requires a ton of products. A pore filling balm, tinted sunscreen, serums, featherweight concealers, cream bronzer, all of that to mimic the face that you supposedly rolled out of bed with. Like, there are complete tutorials teaching you how to look like you're not wearing any foundation when you're probably wearing quite a bit of foundation. Now, celebrities probably leaned into this the hardest. Alicia Keys launched a bare skin era, claiming that she wasn't wearing any makeup at all. She said she was anti-makeup, girl, I'm going natural, until people found out the truth.
My Roman Empire is Alicia Keys gaslighting us into thinking that she doesn't wear makeup.
Of course she did.
I don't think she meant to gaslight us on purpose. If I recall correctly, in around 2016, Alicia Keys did an article on Lenny talking about how she was no longer going to be wearing makeup. And she also shot this album cover where she says she's basically completely barefaced. Prior to all this, I remember her being a proactive spokesperson and talking candidly about her cystic acne. So after this album cover, I'm working as a stylist and I'm assisting another stylist on a photo shoot for Alicia Keys. We were running behind and we thought we were going to make up a bunch of time because Alicia Keys doesn't wear makeup. But instead, Alicia Keys spent 45 minutes getting skincare and 45 minutes getting a natural no makeup beat. She ended up looking almost exactly like how she looks in this picture. And if I wouldn't have seen it with my own eyes, I probably would have believed that she didn't really put on any makeup. Now, there have been countless people like myself who've actually seen Alicia Keys sit in a makeup chair and get makeup even after she said she wasn't wearing any. So I think she had to come out and actually say, like, okay, I'll wear makeup on occasion. I believe she's been wearing makeup all along, maybe even in this picture. And there's nothing wrong with that. In front of a camera, on stage, you need makeup. Men wear makeup. Usher was wearing makeup on the Super Bowl stage. It's not about the makeup. It's about her blaming makeup when actually her blame should have been the insecurity she had about her skin.
Oh, what a shock. Another celebrity totally lied to us. Nothing surprises me anymore. You ever notice how beauty trends swear they'll make you look flawless, but then you end up looking kind of off? Like we're out here contouring our faces to another dimension and then kind of just end up looking meh at the end. And lately, it's really gotten me thinking. How we show up in the world isn't really just all about how we look. It's about how we feel. One thing that has been making me feel so much more put together lately, especially on no makeup days, is scent. Like you can be in sweats, no makeup at the gym with your hair in a big old claw clip, but if you smell good, it can totally transform you into that girl. This month, I've been trying out a bunch of new scents from Scentbird and I am becoming obsessed. Look at this collection I've acquired. I clearly have a problem. One that totally caught me off guard was Montal Daydreams. I'm already a huge Montal girly, but this is seriously like summer in a bottle. And then there's Acqua di Parma Luz de Rosa. That one really makes me feel like I've got my life together. That one has beautiful notes of bergamot, rose Bulgaria oil, black pepper, geranium, and cedarwood. And if you're like me, and sometimes you tend to go a little bit overboard with everything, not just fragrance, I mean, sometimes bigger isn't always better. I've learned that a few spritzes on your pulse points like your neck, your wrists, and behind the ears is sometimes all you need. And if you layer your scents, oh my gosh, it's game over. That is a one-way ticket to for sure smelling expensive. And if you want to find your own signature scent without committing to a full bottle, you have to check out Scentbird. That's one of my favorite parts about Scentbird is I'm always very indecisive when it comes to buying a full bottle of perfume, but this is amazing because you actually get to test it out first. It's a monthly fragrance subscription where you get to pick from over 900 real designer and niche fragrances. You get this 8 milliliter vial each month, around 120 sprays, so you really get to wear it, not just sniff it once and forget about it. And right now, they're offering you guys 55% off your first month. Just use my code Lael55 or go ahead and scan the QR code on screen with your phone's camera. That means your first fragrance is only $8 and your next one is $16.95. That's insane. It's honestly the easiest way to figure out what scent makes you feel like your best self. Because honestly, makeup or no makeup, the goal isn't to look like everyone else. It's to feel just like you, but elevated. Thank you so much, Scentbird, for sponsoring today's video. Hailey Bieber built her entire brand Rose Skin based around the glazed donut skin look. A look that actually comes from light reflecting gloss that goes on top of your peptides, your retinoids, and your skincare.
My personal beauty philosophy, I think, has really leaned into this less is more approach. I think as I've gotten older, I've learned the products that work for me. I've learned the type of makeup that works for me, and usually that's more on the side of a more natural, glowy vibe, nothing too heavy. And I feel like just kind of like this minimalistic approach to skincare and even the way I dress, my fashion has been really what has been.
What's wrong with heavy? What's wrong with heavy, HB? What's wrong with heavy? You wanna go? We'll go head to head about heavy. Bro, I still love heavy. What are you talking about, bro? I'm wearing 20 layers right now, bro. And she'll stay on until tomorrow if I want her to. Nothing too heavy. No. Heavy my butt. I need heavy. Give me heavy. Respectfully, if I came on here looking like a clean girl, you guys all would go blind. Like, I would never do that to you. As you can see, every single brand just copies and pastes the same sales pitch. We're selling you a product that looks invisible. Nobody will know. It's a bit of the chicken and the egg type situation because I really don't know which came first. Companies completely changing up their marketing or men being completely brainwashed. Because the thing is, men are brainwashed. They see all of these incredible celebrities on their feed as well with hashtag no filter and they believe it. They follow hot girls on Instagram that literally just face-tuned away an entire jaw cyst and somehow still managed to hashtag the picture, "Good morning, I just woke up like this." Somehow all of these Photoshop edits never register in their brain. Oh God, but foundation does. So men have decided that your foundation is tricking them. Oh yeah, it's your makeup that's the problem. In fact, women who wear makeup are just scammers that are trying to do whatever they can to get into their pants and then trick men into thinking that they're attractive. And they're probably gold diggers too. No one wants your fast food money, Brad. We're fine, thanks.
I just watched a clip of an interview on here of Madison Beer, and she's not wearing makeup in it. And she's Madison Beer. She's gorgeous, right? But she's not wearing makeup. And I scrolled to the comments. I watched this video early on, right after it was uploaded, so there weren't as many comments yet. I'm sure they'll roll in, but I scrolled to the comments, and there was one comment from a guy who's basically saying like, oh, she looks so different without makeup. She changes without makeup, guys. And I'm like, first of all, are you fucking face blind? You can clearly tell this is Madison Beer. She looks the same. She's still gorgeous. She just has skin texture. Like, do you think that her eyes really have eyeliner naturally? Like, take a good look in the mirror, my guy, and let me know if you have perfect glassy skin and rosy cheeks and contour. That's not normal. Nobody has that naturally. But even then, it's just like, just say that you've never spent time with a woman ever. Or if you have, thank you for letting us know that you've never made a woman feel comfortable enough to be in her own skin and not wear makeup around you. Like, you're just telling on yourself. I don't understand why guys are so obsessed with thinking and saying out loud, accusing,
yes,
in an accusatory tone, that women somehow are shapeshifters with regular makeup. IQ negative 1,000.
These comments are so good. Do they think we put makeup on to look the same? Without makeup, she is still 10 times prettier than everyone else. Okay, hold it. I need to see the picture at hand. Hello? Mayday. Mayday, y'all. I am going down. I'm gonna hide under this table. How could anybody ever say anything? Eat my shorts. She looks phenomenal. She looks phenomenal, bro. Whenever I go over to my boyfriend's house and I'm not wearing any makeup, I'm always like, sorry, I'm not, ooh, sorry. And he's just like, I didn't even know. Beautiful response, am I right? Oh, and a woman who is actually beautiful can totally pass the filter test and doesn't wear any blush when she goes out to brunch. She's just naturally perfect. You see it in all these stupid street interviews.
Do you guys think a woman is more attractive with a lot of makeup or just a little less? Less, for sure.
It's way better when it's less or none.
I guess a little less. More natural.
Whatever makes her happy.
It's all about the naturality, man. Like, I don't care if she wakes up in the morning, no makeup. That's gonna be a woman at her finest because she's next to you. You get me?
I gotta go a little less.
Not too much.
A little less makeup.
My girlfriend only wears mascara.
70% of the time with makeup, other time without.
Bro, they say all that and then they see you without any makeup and they go, you know what? I said no makeup, not like no makeup. And you hear it from all these guys who want a natural looking women but follow every single IG baddie under the sun.
If a guy ever tells you that he wants a natural looking woman, and then you look through the women who he's following on social media, and they are not the archetype of the natural looking woman. They're women with BBLs, women with bodies all done up, makeup and everything. Leave immediately, because this is the kind of guy that will cheat on you.
Oh, God.
If you're a woman who doesn't wear a lot of makeup and he's talking to you because he's trying to get to know you and trying to establish a relationship with you, but then you look at who he's following and they don't look like you, that is a red flag right there, because all these women who he's following on social media, it's him feeding into his lust. And if a man ever tells you that it's in his nature and in his biology to look at other women because he's a man, that is simply an excuse to justify the lack of control that he does not have. Sure, it's human nature to find others attractive, but what's not human nature is going out of your way to follow tons of women when you're in a relationship committed to someone already, because that is simply disrespecting the person who you're with. Look, a man following a bunch of women online who he's never met, who he doesn't know, and who they don't even give him the time of day, they never even respond to him, that's the equivalent of a man in person who has wandering eyes.
Let's be for real though, I think a lot of these guys that say all of these things and make these comments really don't know the difference between makeup and no makeup, what's natural and what's not natural. A guy could come on this video and be like, wow, she looks so natural. When I sat back there at my vanity for an hour and a half getting ready, I like a girl that's low maintenance. Really? I don't think that's true. What a lot of these guys miss is that every single low effort makeup look that they think took no time at all actually required a lot of time and effort. And like invisible effort, high maintenance things I do to be low maintenance, lash lifts, brow lamination, micro needling, laser hair removal, wash off facial massage for frickin' 10 minutes a day, and the list goes on. Mine said Margot Robbie was a natural beauty and got offended when I said she'd had a nose job. Bro, what about the face when everyone's like, Sydney Sweeney's mid, Margot Robbie's mid? Switch the camera around. Let me see the front cam. Let me see that front cam. Let me see what you're doing for yourself, honey. I want to see what you look like. And also, who the told men that women wear makeup for them? Most of the time, women, especially just like me, we like to wear makeup because it makes us feel good. And yet dudes come along saying that they're looking for a woman that's a lot more natural, as if we're doing it for them. And by the way, the double standard is just insane, because men can sit there and demand raw perfection from women while accepting every silent cheat code for themselves. Beard shaping, height boost sneakers, steroids, trying to find a million ways to glow up. Heck, I bet that guy down the street is wearing a damn waist trainer. It turns the double standard from annoying to literally laughable. Honestly, I wouldn't give a damn what a single man thought, maybe my boyfriend sometimes, but that's because I've grown past this. I'm 27, I've moved on. What about impressionable teen girls who literally would do anything to have their crush look at them for just longer than a minute? Trust me, I've been there. Well, let's be honest, they are the true victims in this scenario. If you're 12 today, then you grew up with an iPad, probably with a skin filter already turned on. You take one selfie and the machine completely changes exactly what you think you should look like. It slims down your cute little baby fat cheeks, so that becomes what you believe you should look like. By 14, you're Googling lip filler prices and retinoid strengths. And by the way, if you don't believe me, dermatologists report requests for Botox lip flips from minors who want the same undernose curve that they see all over TikTok. That's insane.
I am no one if not a bitch who loves to make a follow-up or disclaimer video following a video that got a lot of people upset. So first and foremost, I would just like to establish, I think the fact that we've gotten to the point where it is a hot take or controversial to discuss young women, like prefrontal lobe development young women, getting obviously noticeable cosmetic procedures to the point of no longer looking human is crazy. That should not be a hot take to discuss that. Second thing that I think is also a part of the larger delusion of how immersed we are in cosmetic procedures. You can tell when someone has Botox. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are a lot of women who in my life or in the day-to-day world have cosmetic procedures that I don't know about. Congrats to them, congrats to their doctors. You can tell when someone has Botox 9 out of 10 times. Your forehead doesn't move, it is unnaturally smooth, and in a lot of cases, your skin texture just looks completely different. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not saying you look bad. I don't think it is achieving the goal that you or your doctor wanted, and it is not as secretive or unnoticeable as you think it is.
Filler before you need it does nothing but age your face. My mother told me Alex Earl looked 32. Alex Earl was born in 2000, 4 months after. I'm 24. Bro, respectfully, Alex Earl looks like she could be my mother. If we stood next to each other, you'd think she's taking me to school. The teens who want this effortless look end up spending more money and more time. And ironically, they end up needing more products to help disguise from all of that swelling from the downtime that they have to take after getting all of those procedures done. This is exactly how a lie grows profits. You define flawless as natural, then you redefine natural as surgically enhanced. Oh, but it has to be a secret. Anyone who opts out feels like a cave woman, and anyone who opts in needs to keep the work hidden or face some sort of catfish shaming that men do on their 1-hour podcasts. Take away the podcast equipment, guys. I'll take it away from all of you. I will be a robber, a thief in the night, stolen. Even celebrities can't hold on to this facade forever. If you hop on TikTok, you'll find hundreds of these with and without makeup videos absolutely dissecting all of these celebrities and how people think that they should look perfect even in their downtime, which is honestly a little sad. Celebrities you've never seen without makeup. Okay, Cardi B's wearing like... and so, she looks the same. Cardi B, she probably looks the same. Okay, this is the awful picture anyway, but looks the same. Like... what? I don't know what we're getting at here. Like, I'm confused at the goal behind this video. Oh my, Rihanna's cute. Cardi B without makeup is beautiful. Yeah, you guys just chose to use a bad picture because it's all like the tabloids back in the 90s. It's better to laugh at somebody than it is to praise them. We're literally being scammed here. Why are you guys doing them so dirty? You're using off-guard pictures of them. They're all beautiful with and without makeup. Absolutely they are.
Sabrina Carpenter has recently started to go viral because of what she looks like without any makeup on. Just for a quick reference, this is what Sabrina Carpenter looks like with makeup on. As you could see behind me, a lot of people are just, very obsessed with the way she looks. So once again, this is her with makeup on. And now, of course, this is what Sabrina Carpenter looks like without any makeup on.
I'm not kidding you guys. I made an entire video deep diving into Sabrina Carpenter if you guys want to watch it here. I think she looks identical. Am I nuts? Or can I just see people for who they are? Like, makeup is just an enhancement. Like, you guys act like she just, I just took off the mask. She basically looks the exact same. Makeup enhances the features you've already got. I don't know why people gotta be so brainless. Said it, not me. It really shows how highly we regard these celebrities, and if they don't look perfect, we don't really want them. Oh, but then if the Kardashians roll around dissolving all their fillers and removing half their booties, we fall at their feet. Don't be stupid, everyone. Don't just start following people because they start doing the whole natural look. Most of the time, they just want to sell you new serums. How about Lindsay Lohan's new makeup line that she's releasing? Does she think we're stupid? Do you think this old version of Lindsay Lohan was going to sell a makeup line? No, because, I don't know why people might not have bought it. However, she's rolling around with a brand new face saying, oh guys, it's just a little bit of skincare. It's just never admitting to her cosmetic work, her deep, plain work, trying to sell us makeup. Probably going to try and sell us serums that got her the beautiful face that she has today, negating the hundreds of thousands of dollars she spent on that new face. I'm bored. Now, here's the thing, you guys. You already know this. Makeup and filters, they're not evil. They can be art, therapy, or just like a fun, simple way to have fun. The dangerous part is pretending that they don't exist. So start naming them out loud. Admit that you use a little bit of concealer. Admit that you powdered your nose before you came out of the bathroom. Own the lash extensions the same way guys will brag about owning new sneakers. Next time a guy demands women be naturally hot, get them to show you their most recent selfie they post on Instagram, and let's see the unposed version. Let's see the unfiltered, unedited version, Brad. Sorry if you're Brad watching this. No hate, no shade towards you, honey. Of course, you're not doing this at all to shame anyone because everybody should be allowed to do whatever they want with their pictures. People should be able to wear a lot of makeup or no makeup. Guys should be able to do what they want. If they want to put a little lift in their sneaker because they're short kings, that's totally fine. It's just to kill the myth that only one side of the coin is doing all the polishing, that us women are the ones that are doing all of this crazy mischievous work trying to look different when everybody does a little something to look and feel their best. And finally, practice looking at real normal faces again. Follow creators who film in daylight without any filters. Stare at your own skin in the morning sun and count the pores. Those tiny dots pump out oils that keep infections from crawling into your bloodstream. Your imperfections are a part of you, and once you embrace them, the better you will feel. The reason some men keep hunting for a girl that looks beautiful without makeup is because the media sold them the idea of a pore-free lash curled and perfectly color balanced woman. It doesn't exist. They aren't evil for believing literally what they've been shown 50 plus times per day on their Explore page, the For You page, on magazine stands, everywhere. But that belief collapses the moment that everybody knows the truth. So keep pointing it out. Keep wearing no makeup. Show up wherever you want, whenever you want. And if you want to wear 10 pounds of makeup like me, do so, girl. It feels great. Take it from myself. You don't owe anybody a bare face, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for wearing your favorite red lipstick. Both versions are yours. Wear foundation, go bare, stack filters, or delete every app. But just remember, perfection is always staged, and anyone who demands it full time is either uninformed or selling something. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Also, make sure that you check out Scentbird and use code LAEL55 or scan the QR code on screen with your phone's camera to get 55% off your first month. If you enjoyed it, you can go ahead and click here to find out why in the world are we all starting to look the same now, or you can go ahead and click here to find out why you should not trust any of these crazy wacko Ozempic influencers. It's scary. You guys know I love you, and I only make these videos because I want the best for you. I hope you have an amazing day or night or whenever you're watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.